Hey board gamers, BJ from Game Gumbo here, back in the Gumbo Pot with another unboxing. Alright, we're taking a look at the Artemis Odyssey. Let's see what's inside the box. Super excited about this one. It mixes a couple of my favorite mechanics. We've got that Puerto Rico San Juan Race for the Galaxy style, but with the spatial presence of all these planets. And man, let's face it, I love the theme. We're talking about an advancement from the original game, the Artemis Project, and what's happened is humans have found this alien technology below the seas, and now we can expand to beyond the stars. It's one of my favorite, let's call it a trope, one of my favorite themes, tropes in science fiction. So here's a look at the rules. So far, so good. I've had a few games from Grand Gamers Guild. I've always enjoyed their rule books. Endeavor, great rule book. The one that King Bean did with them, Roll Camera was a great rule book. So I'm looking forward to seeing what's inside here. We got a visual representation of all the components, view of how to do the setup, tied in with numbers. So I like that. Pictures of how the game round is going to go, and then a visual description with set-offs of all the different actions. We got produce and trade, travel, unbuild, with some little helpful hints, and scoring. And so that's one of the main mechanics, is that you'll be playing these cards to this long tableau, and of course you're going to be taking the action, but other people can also take an action. So knowing when to place those actions so you get the best benefit, and maybe other people don't, or trying to figure out what other people are going to be doing that round, or maybe what other people are looking to do that round. That's all big in these style games. Last up, although I don't see too often where score is one of those San Juan type mechanics. So I'm kind of intrigued as how the planner is going to immediately take the first player marker, then choose a scoring option displayed on the card, and the planner's choice is binding for all players. So you can really score some points and mess up other people. Hey, we know if it's a Bruno Faidutti game, there's going to be some interaction. There's going to be a little cutthroat. He designs his games with that flavor. So, and I don't mind it, because generally speaking, his games are short. They're under an hour. So I'm happy with that. Into the round, and then you can actually play up to 6 or 8 players. Interesting. And some 2-player rules. And some solo rules. So, Bruno Faidutti, game design, Serge Laget. Josh Capel did the graphics and rulebook. We had Josh on the show. And our thanks to Mark Spector, the publisher, for sending us this copy. Let's see what's inside the box. Nice thick cardboard. We've got planets, and we've got, what are the other names for it? It's planets and star tokens. Okay, so hey, we're going out into the solar systems of other areas of the galaxy, and then we're going to discover planets there. So these punch out nice and neat. The graphic design is giant on there, so you can easily tell the difference between all the different symbols. You'll know exactly which star system we're talking about when we look at these. So yep, these are all punched out nice and neat. And then we've got some extra tokens. I'll put those to the side. Assuming these are the planets. And we can tell they're the planets because they're going to have the resources that you can get whenever you're gathering resources. I forgot what the action is. It is going to be producing. So when you produce, you'll actually produce from those planets, and then you picked the planet, and everybody else that can produce on those planets are going to be able to produce. So yeah, these punch out. Oh, these are super easy. No cuts, no tears, no nothing. So this is going to be an easy one to set up. I'll get to those later. So 3 sets of punch board, we got those done. And let's dive into the rest of the box. Tons of bags, nicely done, Mark Spector. That is good. So this is the retail copy in the expanded Kickstarter edition. If you got the deluxe Kickstarter edition, all of these things are big giant plastic miniatures. I gotta admit, if I like this game enough, I'm gonna be looking to upgrade all this stuff, and I'm sure if we go to a convention, we can pick it up or find a copy. So yeah, I'm gonna separate these into bags when we get a chance, but these wooden components, they never bother me. I like wood. I like my wooden components. So we're going to get factory. I think it's called factories and starships, colonies, factories, and the terraformers. So these look like the factories in the different player colors. And boy, there's enough for. Yeah, there's enough there. 5 different players. All right, I like that. So far, so good. Scoring marker, I'm assuming. Yep, your score markers. Five different colors. Each one of them with a little, little screen printing on there. Nice. I'm definitely going to separate all those. And then we got the starships, of course. One of my favorite games of last year was Starship Captains. So I like that starship, any kind of space exploration, and we've kind of got that. My buddy Glenn Flaherty said that there's a little bit of 4X in here. I wouldn't have expected Bruno Faidutti to design a 4X game, but and I'm not sure how much. I want to see how close that is, but I saw that on the Kickstarter page, so I'm going to take a look at that. So that's the starships in all the different colors. And we've got the colonists. No, terraformers. Yeah. I mean, if you like wooden bits, you're getting a ton of wooden bits here. And I do like wooden bits. And the last thing, of course, the starships. So, wait. Oh, those earlier ones were the colonies. These are the starships. So, my bad. I looked at that too quick. And then also the first player marker. Nice and easy to spot. All these little rocket ships. Yep, I like them. So far. And I told you that I'm gonna read the rule book and see if I'm getting this right. But there's a player board. I mean, there's a central board here, and as players are playing cards down, they're actually going to go in this row here, depending on the player count. And then once the row is full, then they're going to trigger. So I'm interested to see how that mechanic is. You're going to see what other players are playing down, so you can kind of gauge on what you're going to get. I'm assuming that's what happens. That when it fills up, we're going to take these actions in that row. Of course, you got the scoring tracker there. So nice. This is all an upgrade from the original game. Supposedly they kind of smoothed out some of the mechanics, but there's still a ton of interactivity. Oh, okay, this is nice. I like player cheat sheets. And a lot of game companies have been skimping on these. Like you'll find like one or none or two, and there's one in every color. Well done, Grand Gamers Guild. I like that. That's fantastic. So it's two-sided. It's going to tell you everything about the different actions, the build and the score action, the produce, trade, and travel action. And it also has the flow of play in all 5 of the colors. So, you could, probably the first time you learn this game, all you're going to have to do is pull out this card, I'll bet, and you can teach the game from the card. Say, hey, follow along with me as we go through the card, and we'll teach all the actions. Generally speaking, games like this, a game that it supposedly runs 45 minutes. Yeah, 45 minutes for 2 to 5 players. So that, and of course, it's got a solo mode too. And then we've got all the cards. I'm going to take a look at the cards real quick. Again, with the understanding that this is this is Kickstarter edition, of course, but this is the retail edition. This is the same one you can get anywhere. You've got the wooden bits, and you don't have the upgraded first player marker, which was this big fancy marker that they got. So yeah, go out and take a look at that. All right, so we've got some alien crisp cereal bars. Oh, come on, Josh. That's funny. That's great. Great old secrets. Yeah, so these are the Singularity? No. These are the alien artifact cards. Well, I like it. Black hole grenade. I mean, I'm digging the artwork and the graphics here. Alien factory. Hypnotic device. How many times have we seen that in every science fiction movie? So far so good. I like this. All right. And then we've got, I'm assuming these are the Singularity cards. These are for solo and 2-player modes only. This has even more detailed artwork here. Each player may immediately swap one resource from their hand with one resource of their choice from the bank. Got a bunch of cards here. Beautiful artwork. I have to take a look and see who did the artwork here, but this is well done. It definitely has that purple and blue theme going. It's consistent. Let's see. Okay, so these are all the resource cards, and they're going to be in each of the different colors. So I'll pop one open so that you can see that, and then we won't have to look at every single one. Oh yeah. So as you're playing the cards, you're going to decide which side, and then everybody has to do that one. So that's a little bit different than what we see normally. And then of course the cards go on that long board. So these are the gold ones. These are the... Oh, these are the player cards. The action cards for each deck. 11 in each player color. Decks are mostly identical, but each player's produce and travel cards feature unique symbol sets. Interesting. So each deck is just a tiny bit different. So, you play it again, you'll play the purple ones, and it's going to be a little bit different from the time you play the red ones, the red faction. Interesting. Okay. And we've got the beautiful green. Oh, wow, scary green artwork there. And the blue sort of looks like a human, maybe a cyborg kind of. Okay, interesting. So then we've got the resource cards here. Okay, I do want to pop open the resource cards just real quick to take a look. Yeah, these are the resource cards. I've never played Ad Astra, but this is getting me juiced up, so I'm ready to try this out. All right, let's take a look real quick. Simple, clean designs, easy to spot. I'm not colorblind, so I can't speak to colorblind issues. But the fact that the little graphic designs are so different, you can definitely tell which resource is which. So, hey, so that's an inside look at the Artemis Odyssey, brand new game from Grand Gamers Guild, from the designers Bruno, Faidutti, Serge, Laget. They've done a ton of games. It's a reimagining of Ad Astra, and I can't wait to see how it plays. We're going to be playing it in the Gumbo Pot on one of our Twitch Tuesday nights pretty soon. So come by twitch.tv/BoardGameGumbo and check it out. Until next time, laissez le bon temps rouler.